You're watching News 13 at 11, and this weekend we're going to celebrate Veterans Day, but one group celebrates veterans year-round with trips to Washington to visit the war memorials.
Last month on the trip was a duo that came together from across the generations to travel together. As News 13's Rusty Ray tells us tonight in the special report, it's just another stop on a positively Carolina journey.
This is John Sparks' favorite spot to daydream.
Every single day, and it changes every day.
As he looks out over the beach, he can look back on his 97 years and recall all of the places he's been, starting with Norfolk Military College in Vermont, class of 1940.
We learned on the Army horses, 4 years with horses, and you had to pass riding, and to graduate, of course.
It was straight into the Army for him and his college buddy, Earl Kelly. Kell went on to the Air Corps and ended up as a POW. Sparky was off to Southeast Asia and Burma.
And we get an airdrop every 3 days, and this is our food, ammunition, and medical supplies.
He took over at the end of the war as the commanding officer at the China Theater Rest Camp near Shanghai.
Stay for a week. We had boats, we had motorboats, we had tennis, and there was just about everything up there, and it perked the place up.
What really perked things up was his decision to bring nurses from Shanghai in for a week at a time. That's how he met the woman he would marry, Heidi.
She was the chief dietitian of the 172nd General Hospital.
A life fitting of the greatest generation would follow, including time in the special services at a military hospital in New England, and stops along the way with Kell and his family. Kell died 2 years ago, not long after Heidi. So when it came time to take an honor flight trip for veterans to Washington, D.C. last month, Kell's son, John, volunteered to be Sparky's guardian.
I've been 35 years since I've been back to my high school reunion, and I've never been back to a college reunion. Dad and these guys would go back religiously every year. There was just that bond that they all had. So it's very unique. Probably we'll never see it again in our lifetimes.
That's one reason these honor flights, collections of an ever-dwindling class of American heroes, are so extraordinary.
So many World War II veterans never got to see the memorial because it didn't open until 2004. During their recent visit, Sparks and Kelly say they weren't alone.
They headed straight for the Burma and China memorials.
Hey, this is great. Rusty.
I knew you'd like it, Spark.
There they remembered the POW, Kell, and all those who didn't come home.
He had it mighty rough. I had it easy compared to Kelly.
I've known him since I was 6 years old. It's like a second father to me.
It's just one of the many stories that unfold every day at the World War II Memorial in Washington, this country's best effort to repay heroes like Sparks, who can now reflect on a life of service and dedication.
Things are tough for a lot of people, and I've had tough times too, but you got to have a good attitude, and that's the way it is.
For a man whose lifetime journey continues. In Myrtle Beach, Rusty Ray, News 13.
Honor Flight relies on donations from the community to make these trips happen several times a year. A flight from Columbia yesterday took dozens of veterans from all over the state to see the memorials in D.C.